day is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Here on Dig Deep Down News knew how curious you were about this. Last night we took an online poll asking you guys at home who you thought was guilty. Over 60% of you were convinced that it was Friar Lawrence. 20% of you thought it was their own fault, and the other 20% thought it was the Family Feud's fault. We hope you're ready for some answers and the discussion on the tragedy of Romeo and Juliet, along with an all-new live interview with Friar Lawrence regarding them. Just weeks ago, the famous star-crossed lovers were still falling in love, busy sneaking behind their families' backs and promising forever to each other. But the biggest challenge that they faced is what we are here to talk about today. Today is about Friar Lawrence and the innocent or not so innocent effect he had on the tragic end of Romeo and Juliet. The deaths, the events, the outcome of both of those things. We've dug deep into the story and have developed a play-by-play of the situation and to see if our polling percentages waver with the more accurate, totally new information. The duel between Mercutio, Tybalt, and Romeo is not a myth. In fact, it's where all this began. The fight between Mercutio and Tybalt had been a long time coming. Whatever it was about and what the close actions that played out isn't exactly uncovered yet, but it is evident in what we do know that Tybalt walked away from Mercutio's dead body without a scratch. Romeo, close friends with Mercutio, went after Tybalt despite the fact that he was Juliet's cousin. He went after him with much more than a fight in his mind. Once Romeo fights Tybalt and wins, he is fortunately banished instead of executed. Shortly after the fact, Juliet's parents decide that she can either marry Count Paris or forget any sort of life involving them. Juliet, already hurt and now confused, goes to the only person she has left, Friar Lawrence. He, who seemingly wants nothing more than the heartbroken Juliet to be well again, offers up a plan, and we have him here today to explain what really happened to it. Welcome Friar Lawrence to the stage.
Hey everyone. Romeo was the sun to me, and Juliet grew to be something similar. I did my best to help them on many different occasions, and I'll admit, sometimes hesitantly, but only because I wanted what was in their best interest. When Juliet came to me telling that she was being forced to marry Paris, she also explained that she would rather die than to do so. While hearing her thoughts, I realized that anything else for her was in her best interest. So I constructed the only realistic plan I could think of. I bought Juliet a potion that would make her seemingly dead for several hours, long enough for her family and Count Paris to take her to her tomb and live the rest of their lives believing that she had died. Once Juliet understood that part of the plan and the fact that Romeo would be with her, when she woke up, she was more than willing to do it. My pure and only intentions next was to get the plan to Romeo. Due to delivery difficulties, Romeo didn't know that Juliet wasn't actually dead. I knew that once he came to her tomb and saw her, which he would kill himself shortly after. I made my very best effort to get there before he did. I was too late, of course, and saw Romeo lying limp with poison in his hand beside Juliet. I was too late. I had lost Romeo. But it wasn't too late for Juliet, so I had stayed there for her. Though, when she woke up, she was a different type of heartbroken. The kind that she couldn't be saved from. Even after I explained, she took her life with her lover's dagger. Right then, right there.
Wow, there you have it, folks. Firsthand, the Romeo and Juliet tragedy. Despite believing the natural accident of the situation, do you feel any sorrow at all?
I feel I will live in sorrow forever, for not only losing my own children like friends, but also being accused about personally being the reason.
Thank you for coming to the show today. Following our exit, there will be a link to our website where you can leave your new, old thoughts about the situation. Thank you for watching as always. We'll be back next week for more information on the fight between Mercutio, Tybalt, and Romeo.